What's going on, family? This is your boy Real Adele RLB with another you know video. And in today's video, I want to talk about a case that's coming out of West Virginia. This was first brought to the national attention, I believe, sometime last year. But I believe as of yesterday, the guy has been charged, has been sentenced. So I'm going to read a little snippet of an article out of the Associated Press. Man must serve at least 50 years for sexual abuse of a toddler. Okay, Princeton, West Virginia. A West Virginia man who told police he sexually abused a 3-year-old girl by accident must serve at least 50 years in prison before he is eligible for parole. The Bluefield Daily Telegraph reports Mercer Circuit Court Judge Derek Swoop on Tuesday noted problems the child could suffer later in life before sentencing a 27-year-old Henry Vincent Bennett of Bluefield to 25 to 100 years for each of 2 first-degree sexual assault charges. A jury convicted Bennett of sexual assault and other charges last year. Prosecutors said Bennett told detectives that he twice mistook the toddler for his wife after she climbed into his bed. Bennett's lawyer said his admission to Bluefield police was coerced. Sue says Bennett will be in prison for the rest of his life, effective life. Okay, with that being said, in the article, it did not say that the actual 3-year-old was his daughter, his own child. And what's horrible about that situation is, how long you think this was going on before it actually was stopped? I mean, because he's trying to make it seem like he mistaken his daughter for his wife. Come on now. 3-year-old and a grown-ass woman. But the wife has also been charged with child endangerment. And I guess the 3-year-old was telling relatives, about, because, kids are very brutally honest. And the child was telling the relatives and family members about what was going on. You get what I'm saying? And it's crazy, man, because, I have a 3-year-old daughter. And, man, I can imagine, man, I'd be ready to kill somebody. I swear I would. But with that being said, family, it's crazy because it seems like in today's age, they don't like talking about it, but they're trying to make pedophilia a normal act. You got groups like North American Man-Boy Love Association, NABLA. It's an acronym, so if you don't know anything about that, look it up. And these got grown men talking about they're sexually attracted to little boys and sometimes little girls and whatnot. I remember a couple of years ago, the big Penn State scandal where they found out one of the coaches or whatever, Jerry Sandusky, was raping little boys and touching little girls and little boys and stuff. And I honestly believe that the late coach of Penn State, Joe Paterno, knew more than what he was leading on to. And I think that guilt caused his death, even though he was an elderly man. But I think he died with that on his conscience. And it kind of had a toll on him. I mean, people don't talk about this, man. The Vatican, the Catholic Church, and even here in America, how they are been known, and it's been known behavior, but it really came out recently about how they were touching little boys and doing all this sexual degenerate and sexual deviant things to little boys, little children. But they don't, I've never seen a priest get charged yet. It's like they co-sign that type of behavior. See, that's one thing we have to talk about with a lot of this thing going on. The LGBTQ and all that other stuff. They're going to add another alphabet to it pretty soon. Maybe because because little kids, see, like I said in the earlier video, pedophilia is a direct correlation to homosexuality. I don't care what nobody say. Most males that I knew that was gay was touched on when they was children. Real talk. I had a friend that I was cool with in high school. You know what I'm saying? And he told me he was gay and woo-woo, and then I was like, man, what's wrong? You know what I'm saying? But I thought he was straight, but he told me, he was, as a child, somebody, I think one of his mother's boyfriend or somebody touched him. And then as he got older, he thought that was normal. You get what I'm saying? But it's unfortunate that this little 3-year-old girl, this 3-year-old child is going to have to live with that for the rest of her life. because some sick, perverted bastard want to put his hands on a child, want to touch, are sexually attracted to children. See, this is one thing in America that we don't like to address. See, everybody's talking about R. Kelly and what's going on in R. Kelly. See, man, it's a bigger picture than that, man. It's a bigger picture. You got people in Hollywood. You got people in Hollywood right now that's doing that shit, and they giving them a pass. I remember this was a couple of years ago. He was a child actor. He's blacklisted now, but his name was Corey Feldman. And Corey Feldman was on one of these talk shows. I believe it was The View, whichever one that Barbara Walters used to be on. And he was talking about, you know, I was touched by a child, as a child, by a grown man, and they were groping on me and sexually abusing me. And he was talking about how this type of behavior is normalized in Hollywood. And Barbara Walters, instead of showing concern about the children, she said, "Oh, you're gonna destroy the whole industry. You're demonizing the whole industry." So the insiders know what really the fuckery that really goes on, and a lot of these cults and all this other stuff. Because Hollywood ain't nothing but a big ass cult anyway. But at the end of the day, family, it's sad that a lot of this stuff is not being addressed, and then you got other people co-signing it. Like, it's like sometimes when people are in high positions, and a lot of people put trust into these people that's in high positions, but sometimes just because a person is in a high position where he's getting exalted doesn't mean that this person is not sick in the head. A lot of these people is twisted in the mind, and you putting your trust in your children. You giving these people your children, and these people are sick. Real talk, man. They don't like talking about that in the media, man. But like at the end of the day, they shut Corey Feldman down. I bet you he was getting plenty death threats and whatnot. I remember sister, she was a great singer back in the day. Tiffany, I believe her name, Tiffany Evans. She was talking about Hollywood, how they wanted her to sleep with grown men and was pressuring her to do, like, if you wanted to be big. You know, I think she had a song called Promise Ring. I think this was years ago when I was like in high school probably. But this was years ago. But Tiffany Evans, she was basically talking about, you know, Hollywood, man, it forces little kids to be around adults. Like, you 14, 15, being around grown-ass men. You know, even Obama's vice president, he's on numerous occasions groping on little kids. And as you can see, the body language shows a big thing as far as how someone's feeling. And the way Joe Biden was filling up on these kids, you could tell these kids was uncomfortable. And Joe Biden just getting his little rocks off, looking sick and sad. It's sick and sad at the same time, man. It's sad, man, because he just doing it. And these little kids, like, bruh, he's a child fondler. He touches little kids. And he's not getting looked at. He's not getting investigated. You get what I'm saying? My family, that's crazy, man. That's unfortunate that this 3-year-old child had to deal with that, man. Because at the end of the day, this pedophilia shit, they trying to make the shit normalized, family. They trying to normalize this fuckery. We gotta see it. We gotta, us as people, grown people, gotta protect our children. We gotta be careful where we leave. We can't just be letting our kids walk around by themselves, walk these streets alone. There's people out here that's really fucking with little kids, man. For real, for real. That ain't no conspiracy or nothing. You get what I'm saying, man? These little babies need to be protected, straight up and down like that. But with that said, family, I'm not gonna be on here too long, and that's all I gotta say about that, man. But stay cool, stay blessed, stay black.